Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support as we launch Living Wage Howard County.
Most of us in Howard County do great. We have great lives. We send our kids to amazing schools, and we really reap the benefits of this amazing American economy, even in the midst of a pandemic. But 28% of us do not have enough to make ends meet every month. 28%, 1 in 4 households.
Every person deserves the dignity of a paycheck that reflects the importance of their work and provides for their needs. Now is the time to change policies to make living wages a reality for all of us. Our entire community prospers when household income increases. Howard County has a tremendous opportunity to create a new future for ourselves. Both the COVID-19 pandemic and the Howard County Racial Equity Task Force's final report laid bare the urgent need for us to increase the minimum wage. We urge the County Council to advance legislation requiring a $15 minimum wage for all employers and government contractors beginning in 2022.
Raising the minimum wage would strengthen Howard County's economy. When low-wage workers see an increase to their income, they put it toward things like food, clothing, and other necessities, and that strengthens sales at local businesses. It also makes the county a more attractive place to work, which then makes it easier for companies to hire qualified workers. The affected workers would, on average, see their annual incomes go up by more than $2,200 a year. 39% of benefiting workers are white, and 61% are workers of color. 1/3 of all Black workers in the county would see their wages go up, as would half of all Latinx workers and 30% of working women. Finally, researchers have built up a large body of high-quality evidence on how increasing wage standards affect the economy. There are 2 big takeaways. Number 1, higher family incomes lead to healthier kids who do better in school and ultimately in the workforce. Number 2, the sky does not fall. The bulk of high-quality research shows no meaningful impact on unemployment or the number of jobs available.
Well, providing a living wage will promote stability in housing, and if our students can stay in one place and attend one school, they'll be able to form bonds with their teachers and their colleagues, and that will help their chances for success.
Good morning. My name is Kesia Holiday, and I've lived in Howard County my whole life. I was born in Baltimore, and my mom, in looking for a place to raise me and my brother, chose Columbia. She read about it in 1970, about the villages and the multicultural values and the interfaith centers, and she said, that's where I want to raise my kids. I still worship at the Oakland Mills Interfaith Center today. I attended Phelps Luck Elementary, Wild Lake Middle School, and Howard High School, and went to work for the Howard County School System. For 22 years now, I've been a special education paraeducator, almost entirely at Title I schools. I love my job, and I love having a job that is important to my community. Affirmations from the kids and their parents mean a lot. But in the 22 years I have been a full-time paraeducator, I've always had to work other jobs at nights, on the weekends, in order to make ends meet. But my financial situation isn't the only story. I've seen the effects of low wages every day in my students' lives. Kids come to school hungry. Kids come to school late because their parents are both at work working double shifts to make the rent. Kids miss out on after-school activities because the child care is expensive and they must care for their younger siblings. I'm supporting this campaign because we can afford to make life a little easier for my students, their parents, and the people like me who make their schools run. Thank you.
As a man of faith, I believe that a decent living wage is a moral and ethical right. The Hebrew Bible speaks in Deuteronomy 15, 7 through 8, that if anyone is in need among your brothers and sisters, in any towns of the land the Lord God has given you, do not be hard-hearted or tight-fisted toward them, but rather be open-handed and freely lend them whatever they need. I believe this biblical principle to be true, and I think this is very much applicable to our situation of wanting to make sure that all people in Howard County have a decent living wage. Today we are asking our county government not to be hard-hearted or tight-fisted, but to be open and free to extend a decent living wage to all of those who live in the county.
We are grateful to Councilwoman Christiana Rigby for being with us today to support our campaign. Her early work, along with Councilman Opal Jones, in establishing the Racial Equity Task Force, set the course for this campaign.
Too many people who work in Howard County cannot afford to live here, and far too many people who live in Howard County are already burdened by the cost of housing, utilities, and other basic needs. A living wage is good for our community, it's good for our economy, and it is simply the right thing to do.
We'd like to welcome Council Chairwoman Liz Walsh.
Thank you. We have from the council Deb Young from District 4. If you're counting, that's 4 council members who seem to be in support of what is, I think, what many of us view a moral issue. Howard County here, we can and we should lead on this issue. It's time to lift our nearest neighbors, our hardest working neighbors, to a living wage. And we can do that. We can do it now. It's time for a $15 minimum wage in Howard County.
You may be asking yourself, why do we need this? Because didn't Maryland pass a minimum wage bill a few years ago where it raised the minimum wage to $15? Yes, but not immediately. And for those of you who pay attention, you know it's a slow walk up to $15 an hour. In fact, by the time we get there, probably won't be a sufficient minimum wage, if it even is right now. The counties are within their rights to raise the minimum wage on their own, and some counties, at least one I know of, has done it. Howard County can follow suit. They can move ahead. And then once we get a minimum wage established, it's important for us to index it so it keeps up with the rising cost of living so that people keep up as well.
Like all racial equity issues, a living wage is not just an issue of racial equity, it is an issue of human decency and dignity. And we need to take action.
The campaign begins today. So the campaign begins today. Visit livingwagehoco.org and sign our petition. Email your county council. Talk to your neighbors and friends. Share our message with your congregation, with your networks, with your clubs and organizations. Join our coalition. Join the fight for a living wage in Howard County.